Real estate versus mutual funds. Should I invest in a real estate or a mutual funds? This is the first question that arises in the mind of every investor before she or he begins his investment journey. Yep. In this video, we are going to discuss everything you need to know about real estate and mutual funds investments and help you choose the best investment option. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are on our day 23 of 30 days, 30 financial topics. And yesterday, for day 22, we have discussed how you can invest into real estate if you are interested with a small bucks, right? So check that video. I'm going to add that link up. And in the past videos, we have also discussed about how our mutual funds are operated, what are mutual funds, etc. So, in this video, like we promised yesterday, we are going to cover whether or not you should be investing in a real estate or which one is a better option compared to a mutual fund. So let's get started with our day. So, like I said, should I invest in a real estate or a mutual fund? This is kind of the first question arises in the mind of every investor. So, let's try to explore some pros and cons and some factors to consider each and option, right? So, watch the video till the end so you don't miss out anything about this and make your informed decision. So, the first and foremost thing we need to see or we video is the consistency, of course. So one of the major aspects you should consider before investing in a real estate is its consistency. Many investors believe real estate investments to always improve over time. So truth to be told, these investments are highly inconsistent. To be precise, the real estate value of a property can decline even after a development in the area also. Or let's assume that you invest in a real estate property on the outskirts of the city, which is soon expected to be developed, right? So the value of the property can go up over the next few hours with the development factor playing a major role in it, right? So, however, the value can be reduced over time considering aspects of a developed area such as increased traffic or poor access to the city or etc. Right? So mutual funds, on the other hand, has comparatively shown better consistency and provided inflation beating returns over the last few years. So, although mutual funds come with a market risk, the very risk can be contained by investing into moderate risk funds such as debt funds or hybrid funds or which are volatile and other steady returns. You do want to understand about different types of mutual funds, go check out my video. I'm going to add that a link at the end, right? So to move on with that, there is something called a performance. In the present scenario, the performance of real estate investments falls behind that of a mutual fund investment. To be honest, real estate investments are more or less considered like a fixed deposits. Now, as the returns generated are very similar, right? However, mutual funds have proven to be quite a common option for investors who wish to accumulate wealth despite inflation, right? So the power of compounding in the mutual funds helps generate a higher return when compared to real estate investments, which fails to perform during the inflation. So let's move on and understand about some real estate issues also, right? When we talk about real estate, high risk of legal disputes are involved. The last thing an investor would want to see is investments being caught up in a legal dispute or litigation. You know everything. I don't want to say a word. The dispute can go on for a long time, which can prove to be tedious for the investor. There can also be instances where an investor might have to shell out extra hard earned money during the dispute. So this will not only bring down the value of the property but also lower the returns generated from your investments, right? Since mutual funds are well regulated and controlled by the Security Exchange Boards of India, which is SEBI, the chance of litigation or dispute is very unlikely. Yeah, so that brings us to monitoring as well. So if you are someone who's holding a real estate investment, then are often considered risky due to the inability to monitor the performance of the investment. So for failure to track your investments can also result in disputes over time if you have invested in a real estate property which partner with partners, etc. So, however, mutual funds investment can be monitored online from time to time, during which you can also track the performance of your funds. This ultimately brings down the probability of any dispute or litigation, guys. So, that being said, let's move on to understand some return on investment. So, everything is about money, yeah, at the end of the day. So, the return generated by investing in a mutual funds are comparatively higher than that of a real estate investments. Yeah, that is true. You heard me right. While the rate of return on a real estate can range from 7% per annum to 11% per annum, we have seen, or do you want to check that out? We can kind of show you if you are into investing into an area where like the Bangalore North is currently growing, I understand, but then the growth is in the last 5 years is just 124%, which is like a 20-25% change, right? So even if you are to invest in a mutual fund expecting a 20% return, there are mutual funds which are kind of performing you better than 14 to 19% depending on the type of the funds you want to invest in. If you want to go aggressive, there are funds which you can invest like the small cap, etc. This allows investors to generate a high return which bear the effect of inflation and also accumulate a sort of wealth. Yeah. So that being said, let us move on and understand some tax implications of both the things. So both real estate and mutual funds both are investments which kind of gives you a little tax exemptions. However, mutual funds have upper hand with these funds also are recognized as tax saving investments among the most investors. Yeah, under Section 80C of the Income Tax Act, you can be eligible for a tax benefit up to a maximum of 1,50,000 on investments made towards mutual funds, to be precise, equity linked mutual funds, which are qualified for tax savings. So, this allows investor to save on taxes. Of course, a real estate investment can also help you save on taxes, but through indexation. I don't know, indexation is recently uh, strike the indexation part because there is a lot going on in the last budget that the indexation is kind of removed. But then there are other tax benefits you can get, like if you are paying the loan, then you can altogether you can claim up to a 3 lakh rupees in the deductions. Yeah, so that is there, and both of them have a steady income tax rate that we can understand later, right? So now let's talk about some liquidity. One of the main expectations from the investors is their investment is liquidity, right? That the sooner the investors are able to liquidate their funds and investments, the better, right? You don't know when you need the money, to be precise. The liquidation of this real estate is to be honest, not easy. Consider the fact that there is no market which allows you to no, complete the transaction soon. It is a time-consuming procedure. You may not be able to liquidate your investments in time when you are in a financial crisis, right? But mutual funds, on the other hand, allow you to liquidate your funds and sell them through an online market whenever you are in need of the funds, right? So liquidity is one of the major reasons why individuals invest in mutual funds. But let us move on. Power of compounding is also missing out in real estate. That being said, mutual funds investments generate high returns over time. That means if you have earned 100 rupees return in the next year, you earn interest on top of that 100 rupees as well, right? So this is due to the power of compounding on your funds. This is not applicable to real estate. For instance, you invest a 2 lakh rupees in mutual funds, which offers you a 14 or 15% per annum for a tenure of 20 years, the return generated will uh, amount to a whopping 32 lakhs, yeah, on the maturity. But invest in mutual funds and unleash the power of compounding to get inflation beating returns that is needed. So ease of investing is something. Real estate investments involve a lot of procedures and paperwork, of course. In addition to investors, also incur other expenses such as you know, charges, stamp duty, registration charges, etc. It can be a quite tedious and time-consuming process for investors. Yeah, on the other hand, investing in mutual funds is easy process. It only takes a few minutes to start investing. All you have to do is invest through a SIP or a lump sum, or where the amount will be debited, debited automatically from your bank if you are putting on a SIP or something. Then on a monthly basis, there are also no additional expenses involved in this kind of investments. Yeah, that makes sense. So, what are REITs? We have explained in yesterday's video about REITs are kind of uh, companies or setups on its own, which kind of allows people to invest with lesser money into those commercial estates, right? So, check that out. But then let us move on. I have already told you about the mutual funds, procedures, etc. So you can check that out. To come on to a conclusion, when comparing different investment options, a large portion of investors still opt for a real estate, right? However, it has been a risky investment with its value declining over the last few years, which is in various places. Yeah, new developments like REITs to bring in a fresh new perspective to motivate people into investing into real estate. But then mutual funds, on the other hand, generate a higher return with a moderate risk. As an investor, you would want to have a diversified portfolio, which kind of gives you the best return possible, and mutual funds offer that, right? So the real estate kind of needs you to invest a lot of a lot of upfront investment, be it even if you're going on a loan or something, then you have to make that 20% on your own as a down payment, and you have to pay for the EMI as well. So it's not going to be easy, and there are factors which are going to be like the taxes, which you kind of don't get it. You have to pay every time you change it. So next time, if you think you are going to sell it, then ultimately you're not getting the money, right? Then again, the government gets the money. So make an informed decision. Thank you for watching till the end. See you all tomorrow with a better concept. Do let me know if you want me to explore any other new concept, or we will anyway come up with a better concept for you tomorrow. See you all. Bye bye.